blink of an eye, go ghost like a phantom. I'd rather imagine a whole block popping, toasting glasses. More life, no ashes to ashes. Live life fast with no crashes. You can picture that with no caption. Try to see the vision, no glasses. You can picture that with no cameras or flashes. You could just imagine. Still keep my hunger like fasting. Still keep it ghetto fab like.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Quicken Loans Arena, tonight the Cleveland Cavaliers getting set to match up with the San Antonio Spurs. Won by the San Antonio Spurs. Jay, DeMar DeRozan fell in love with Toronto as a player and a person. Now, the worst places to go than San Antonio and what they built. But no question, DeRozan's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
He most definitely is, and he will embrace Greg Popovich and also the San Antonio Spurs. But that trade really affected him. And to all the fans out there that said, well, you got a lot of money, who cares? I'm going to read you what DeMar DeRozan said. He said, people say, what are you depressed about? You can buy anything you want. I wish everyone in the world was rich so they would realize money isn't everything. It's about loyalty for DeMar DeRozan.
Kevin Love at the line. And hits the first free throw.
That boy got jumper.
And he makes them both. Right now, San Antonio's possession to Aldridge. Goes to the left side. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. The follow won't go either.
They're bound to get on the scoreboard sooner or later if they keep getting open looks like that.
George Hill to Rodney Hood. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Rodney Hood at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. San Antonio ball. Jay, coinciding with Tim Duncan being taken #1 in 1997. 21 straight years the Spurs have made the playoffs. Last year, as tough as any for them to crack the top 8.
And when this team didn't get Kawhi Leonard back, I thought there was no way that they would make the playoffs. And for this team to finish one of the 7 teams vying for 6 spots, that goes to show you how talented of a coach Greg Popovich is. And at the beginning of the year, Ed, if I had told you without Leonard on the court that a lineup of Paul Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge, Rudy Gay, DeJounte Murray, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Kyle Anderson would be the 7th seed in the West and make the playoffs, would you have believed me?
It takes a great conductor. To DeRozan. Pass stolen by the Cavs.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
To George Hill. Deep left corner. Hood. To Love. Here's a chance from long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
To Gasol. Has a chance. Pau Gasol. Good start. He's made his first shot.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Hill. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
first one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Spurs in possession. The screen sets him up for 2. Jay, it's an old-school approach in a modern era.
I love watching him play. He's a guy that can score at the pinch post, has a solid mid-range game, also elite athletic ability. But can his game fit into the modern-day style of the way the NBA is being played by shooting threes and also defending? He's a defensive liability at times, and he does struggle from the outside.
And he'll go to the foul line.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Trying to cash in. Just not going down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Runner here won't go down. Cavaliers with the basketball. Hood. For 3. Not getting the bounce. The follow won't go either. Oh, Aldridge up to block it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively. You can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in. Boom. Switch turned on.
George Hill. From the painted area, won't go down.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
To Rudy Gay. Short jumper misses. Hill across the timeline. Leads 5. Love to Hill. Goes to the right side. Nothing going here on that drive.
And look, no disrespect to Dwayne Casey of Toronto. I mean Detroit, because he was the coach of the year for Toronto, even though he got fired. But for Greg Popovich to lead this team to 7th place in the Western Conference with 47 wins is beyond me. I do not understand how he is not the coach of the year. When you have a guy like Manu Ginobili, who is older than me, and he's able to lead this team to where they were last year, that says everything you need to know about Pop.
One thing, Jay, you're not 40 years old yet, so that's good. And 2, they had to reinvent how they did things last year. Kawhi Leonard played barely 10 games last season, so they found a way to do it. Then you add DeRozan. I'm so interested to see what this Spurs team is going to be. Yes, you lose Kawhi, but you never really had him last year either. Cleveland has the basketball. Hill to Love. From long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. To DeRozan. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They dared him, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
George Hill to Love. Lets it fly from long range. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Ball in possession of Cleveland. Sexton. To J.R. Smith. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Colin Sexton. Screen coming. Fakes. Drives to the rim and scores.
Not only does he have the frame, not only does he have the speed, but they called him the young bull for a reason. Let me bring you back to a game where he played against Minnesota. Multiple kids on his team when he played for Alabama got hurt. There were only 3 players for Alabama to play on the court. 3 versus 5. Colin Sexton had 40 points and almost led his team to a victory. That's how easy he makes it look scoring the basketball.
Sexton. To Love. 4-3. That won't go. Spurs have it to DeRozan. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Smith with the basketball. Down 4. Denied by DeRozan.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rudy Gay fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Sexton. DeRozan with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Hill to Colin Sexton. Hill. Not today.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
I get him right back to you.
Number 42.
Cavs at the controls. Sexton. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Sexton to J.R. Smith. Fires the 3. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
The follow won't go either.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Larry Nance Jr. at the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
Number 1, Rodney Hood. Entering the game for the San Antonio.
And gets both to drop at the line. San Antonio with the basketball. Patty Mills. To Cunningham. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Screen coming. Hood. Tristan Thompson with the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And the rebound comes down to Thompson. to Colin Sexton. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust to Rodney Hood. Inside, he scores.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Aldridge. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended. Tough shot for Patty Mills. Sexton to Rodney Hood. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Sexton to J.R. Smith. For three. Good sign that time, Jay, as they going to go down. But now let's see if they can get a stop on the other end.
If you're looking at this game like you're looking at your week, it's the first quarter, which means that it's Monday. It's early. Just because you had a bad Monday doesn't mean you can't have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Were you the kind of person who always had that case of the Mondays?
No, it's always Friday, my friend.
That's the way to do it. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as